Hi everyone, it's been a while since I've done a vlog, so I thought I'd just take you out with me on one of my commercial real estate photography jobs. I've changed my workflow a little bit since the last time I did one of these vlogs. You know, I'm still bracketing shots and I'm still using flash for the balancing the color and filling in shadows and things. But I've also added some video work to my jobs because of, you know, the recent pandemic. There's been a little bit more demand for more of a being there types scenario rather than just some static photos, which is good for me. You know, I make a few more bucks. Since I've been adding video to my workflow, previously I've been using my slider, which, you know, does a great job, and I brought it with me, but today I'm going to try and use my gimbal. I bought a Zhiyun crane gimbal, gosh, 2-3 years ago when it first came out, and I really only used it like once on a paid work, and I used it a couple of times for some personal stuff, but I found it too heavy, too bulky, and you know, I didn't have any real reason or any paid work, so it just kind of sat in the closet. Look at that, we're going to drive right by my favorite camera store right over here. It's killing me not to go in there today, but my photo job is just right up here. It's a former yoga studio. Let's take a look here. All right, let's unpack here. And I have just my, I don't know, this is a Manfrotto bee-free tripod that I've cannibalized and put a Benro head on here instead of the video head that came with it. I really should get another tripod, but this one's all right. It gets the job done. Just a little bit of a headache with these little tab things. It looks cool, but in practice it's a bit cumbersome. I prefer the little tabs that just push in and out rather than twist like on this thing. I've switched back to using my Lumix 7 to 14 millimeter. I had been using my 8 millimeter fisheye a lot, but since I'm doing video work too, I really would rather have a rectilinear lens, and it's just easier to just use this one lens. I stopped using it for a while because it does give me purple flaring, which I can usually work around in most photo situations. Now, one of the biggest improvements in my workflow has been adding this Benro Gearhead. This allows me to quickly, you know, tilt it left and right, forward and back, you know, pitch and yaw. And with the level meters, I can always make sure I get a nice level shot. Like so that when I'm moving from room to room, it's very easy to quickly adjust it rather than dealing with a ball head where you loosen the thing and then you have to realign everything, you know, by hand. It's easier just to turn these dials and then you have a lot more precision. One of the things I like to do is I like to just kind of scope the property a little bit and get an idea of what I'm going to be shooting. And while I go around, I turn on all of the lights here. It's really only about 3 or 4 rooms, and what I might have to do is take a couple of shots of this room with the one flash that I have and move the flash around the room. But if I turn the lights off, I may not even have to do that. I can probably just use the ambient light in here and use a bracketed shot. The sun is pretty harsh. See how bright it is here? And then the front of the building is completely in shade. So I'm gonna wait and do the photos indoors first, and then maybe the sun will come out and bend its way around to the front. If not, it's okay. I'll just crop in the shot a little bit. So I'll just be using my Godox AD200 flash. And I bought a different trigger. I had been using the X1T trigger, but I decided to go with this I forget the name of this thing, but this trigger, all the displays on top, and it has very large print. So I can see it a little bit easier with my dying eyes. I bring a backup flash. This is just the Yongnuo YN560Li in case I need more light or I need to use 2 flashes at once. I rarely have to break this out, but it's always nice to have a backup in case one of your flashes fail. This little white card that I made out of, I think this came out of a candy box, like a mixed chocolate candy box. And I put some Velcro straps in it. And what I do is I fasten my flash in here like this. And what this does, it helps bounce some of the light back into the room so I get a little better coverage. But also, a lot of times, like even here, the walls are pink and the ceilings are white. So this helps reduce some of the color cast you get if I were not to use this, so that the light doesn't bounce off the pink walls, in this case, into the rest of the room and give this pink casting. So this helps keep the light. And this works most of the time because most people are painting their ceilings white nowadays and then their walls a different color. But when the walls are all the same color, it's okay too, because then the color cast will be the same throughout the room, and I can easily adjust the white balance, you know, in post. And here's the Zhiyun crane that I'll be using for the video work, so we'll do that after we do the photos. All right, let me just do a test shot. Make sure everything's on the right channel. All right, looks good. Next, I'm just gonna format the memory card since sometimes I forget to do that. I'm using dual memory cards, so everything will go to 2 cards, and I'm gonna shoot raw only. And I think I like the composition of this shot right here. A little bit of the counter and nice wide view of the entrance. Maybe zoom in just a little bit right there. I think that'll be good. And also I'm using plus 0.7 exposure compensation because I always like to make sure the shadows are bright enough, and then since I'm bracketing, I'll definitely get the highlights in. Okay, good. Just some minor decluttering. Good. One a little bit lower. Focus over here. Oops. See, that's why I hate these twisty things. Maybe I'll go over to the camera store across the street, District Camera, and get a new tripod. All right, that'll do. Dang, somebody walked in the shot there. All right, I knew that was gonna happen though. Try one more time. So, all right, let's try using the gimbal. This will be the first time in about 3 or 4 years that I've actually tried to use this thing. So I charged up the batteries and just pop those in. I'm gonna have to rebalance the gimbal a little bit because I tuned it for the M5 Mark II, but I thought what I'd do is go ahead and whip out the M1 Mark III and do this in 4K video. Now, clearly it's front heavy or back heavy, so I'll have to move this up. Oh, good. That's about right. Because if I hold this up, you'll see that it's a little bit front heavy. I'll back it up a little bit. I might cut the video here and not bore you guys with me leveling this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna lock my feet down here on the tripod, start recording, and then just rotate the, or tilt the tripod on its legs. And just do that as smoothly as I can. Oops, damn legs. To start over. So we're going to start here and come up. Good. I'll do one more for good measure. That might be too fast. At 24p, I have to go really slow. Otherwise, it'll look really jittery. Reacquire focus. Hit record. And then just tilt. Good. Go nice and slow. So let me unlock the gearhead and then we'll just pan. Oops, too much. Damn vlogging camera's in the shot, so I'll have to cut that out. And then just a little trick so I don't have to keep taking the key in and out. I just put a little card in here between the door to keep it locked or unlocked. Oh, this will probably be the shot I keep. Let me see if I can do this without glare. Let's expose at about +1/3, looks about right. You know, every scene I have to kind of eyeball it. What I think, you know, what exposure comp I think I have to dial in. And then I can compensate a little bit in post. But I always try to get it as close as I can while I'm on the scene. All right. Good. I really should have a video tripod head for this, but... All right, now I'm gonna do some extra shots, just hand holding the gimbal. I may not deliver these to the client because I'm very new at this, but I thought I'd give it a shot just for practice. And I do this on a lot of my real estate jobs or photography jobs when nobody's around. I do a lot of extra stuff just to practice for myself. All right, I'm all done. So I'm just gonna pack up here. I need to get one more shot because I forgot to get that bathroom, but other than that, with the vlogging and all the extra shots, we're looking at 2 hours to do the photo shoot, to vlog, and to do the video. And I'll probably spend at least 2 more hours doing the video editing and photo editing for the client. You know, about maybe less than an hour for the photos and a little over an hour to edit the video. And then another couple hours to edit the vlog that I'm doing right now. I never get this. I gotta take the grip off first.